Hi, I'm Diana from Harb Ski Systems. We're here for another installment in our How to Use Your Harb Carvers videos. And the topic for the day is going to be how do we get away from the little stepping turns that we have learned up to now, been practicing up to now, and get a little bit more towards just rolling or tilting back and forth with the feet, because that's more realistic for how we ski, and it's ultimately how we want to be able to use our feet in the Harb Carvers. Hopefully you followed through the video progression up to now so that you have been learning with us how to stop, how to go, how to do those little movements down with the feet where we do the tilting towards the little toe edge first, teeny little stepping movements, and we took that up onto the hill so that you developed link turns on the hill with speed control. If you're still having trouble sometimes on a gentle slope making the turns quickly enough or tight enough to slow yourself down, don't try rolling yet. Don't try just tipping the feet. Spend a little bit more time practicing what you've been doing. The quick balance transfer that we achieve when we do our little stepping is really, really helpful. And a lot of times we're able to get quicker turns that way, and only when those turns are really easy for you should you work towards the rolling movements that we're going to do today. But if you're ready for this, then what we're going to do, we have our learning carpet here again. We're going to see if we can go from what we have been doing, the tilt and the little stepping, to just being able to tilt, 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 tilting or rolling Harb Carvers from side to side. And a lot of folks when they first learn this get to hear and go, oh, I'm really tipping. Right now I'm not tipping. I have tipped. I got to my angles, my edges here, my wheels, but I'm no longer tipping. I'm not looking to increase that or to go the other direction. And the Harb Carvers, if you just kind of get to some edge angle and freeze, they hardly make a turn for you. It's crucial that you are in the mode of looking for more angles, more angles, more angles, more angles, always leading to the little toe edge, but always trying to get more tipping, more seeking of more angle. So try that. And if you can stand maybe in your home in front of a mirror as you do this, it's terrific because you can see how far you're tipping. There you go. Practice that tipping. Always leading, little toe edge first. And then see if we can do kind of a combo of movements. Tip and a step, tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. Tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. And if you need to, tell yourself that you go small, medium, large, small, medium, large, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, something that will help you to continue seeking more angle with your tipping. Once you can do that, tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. Once you can do that on your carpet, we're going to step off in the pavement, our next added difficulty. Try that again. Step and tip, tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. Little toe edge, tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. Tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. When you can do that here, we are ready to try it with some rolling. I'm not going to go up the hill yet. I'm going to skate, get some speed, and then I'm just going to do a single curve into the middle of the road. It'll be to my left. And I'm going to start with just a couple of our familiar tip and step movements. And then I'm going to tip my ankles to the left to see whether that is enough tipping that the carvers still turn around the corner. We'll do it a couple times so you can see. Get some speed. Tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. There we go. Do it to the right. Tip and step, tipping. Okay, coming around, I'll do another one from behind here. Get some speed. Tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. There we go. Good. If you can do that on the flats, then let's head up very, very low on our hill, just a little ways up, and we'll try it in kind of a release and engage, somewhat of a traverse or a garland. What I'm going to do is aim just a little bit downhill and get sliding, get rolling. Do maybe 2 or 3 of the tip and steps, and then roll my feet as though I'm going to try to roll my ankle bones right over towards the pavement to make my carvers curve up, to swoop up, to slow me down. I can do it ahead of this truck. Okay, a little speed. Tip and step, roll, roll, roll. Yeah. Go a little higher and I'll show you on the other side. All right, so again, I'm gonna get a little bit of speed, not straight down the fall line, but kind of across. I'm gonna do a couple of tip and steps, and then I'm gonna roll, 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 roll the ankles, and I might even go start more most. Again, the idea being to make sure that I actually keep increasing the angle of my feet to the surface, not just kind of getting parked or frozen at one edge angle. There we go. Okay, tip and step, tipping, tipping, tipping. There we go. And I'm going to do it again. This time, on this side of the road, it's a little gentler. I'm going to go straighter down the hill. Good. Tip and step, tip, 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 tip. There we go. And same thing other way. Tip and step, tip, 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 tip. There we go. And I might go even a tiny bit higher because my hill gets a little bit steeper. I'll have a little bit more speed here. Good. Tip and step, tipping, 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 tipping. Now, if you're doing this and you're having trouble making the turn swoop up the hill for your speed control, either go back to where the hill is a little bit gentler or practice some more of your tipping and stepping turns. We don't want to make the switch to rolling too early at the expense of our speed control. What I'm going to do now is try to link a couple of turns, and I'm going to start linking them just like we did in the previous lessons, where they're all tipping and stepping. Back to the other side, tipping and stepping, tipping, stepping. Tipping, stepping. And then once I get a rhythm, I'm going to do a couple of tips and steps, and then roll, 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 roll. A couple of tips and steps, roll, 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 roll. I need more space for that. Roll, roll, roll. A couple of little tips and steps. Roll, roll, roll. Tips and steps. Roll, roll, roll. Let's do that one again. Hopefully in those sections you could see the transition from the little step and tip and step, to where I was simply rolling with the carvers from side to side. And hopefully you could see how far I was tipping with that inside foot, the one tipping to its outside or its little toe edge, because that's the dominant movement. The more that I do that, the more quickly that I do that, the quicker the carvers come around the corner for me. If my inside foot gets frozen or doesn't do a lot of tipping, it's going to result in a big drawn out curve that's not very reassuring for my speed control. So again, if you have any trouble with it, go back and practice some of the tipping and stepping turns. Get yourself back into a tighter turn mode, and then go back, do the tipping, rolling in place. How far can you roll them over? If you flex your legs a little bit, usually helps. If we're really, really stiff with our legs, then I can't really tip much. So having some give, some flex, is going to increase your range of motion. I'm going to skate up there and do it again, another little section. I'll do a longer stretch for you to watch. Top few turns will have more of the stepping. The bottom turns are going to be primarily rolling, so you'll see that transition of movement pattern all the way down. Just as with some of our previous exercises that we've done, previous videos, as you get better at doing these turns and you stop worrying about whether you can just make the turns happen, you can start to worry about, am I symmetrical? Do my feet stay the same width from one side to the other? Do I find that one side's easier or one side's more difficult? How are my hands? Am I in home base? Can I drag my outside or both poles through all of the turns? Because if I can do those things, I'm not only working on my harb carving technique, I'm working on my ski technique. So enjoy, have fun on your harb carvers. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.